From Mount Prospect Ice Arena for a in-league battle between Prep Hockey and the Glenbrook South Varsity Black Titans. I'm Luke Jordan along here with my partner Johnny Pelletier. We are ready to go for the first meeting between these two teams at Mount Prospect Ice Arena. These two teams met earlier in the year, and Johnny, tell us more about that.
So yeah, that game, Prep won 5-2. The shots on goal were really uneven. Prep won in that department 52-11. Prep only allowed one shot in the second period last game, and Charles Zabel stopped 47 of 52 shots on goal for Glenbrook South. And Prep's standout player that game was definitely Nick Lambert. He had 4 points with 2 goals and 2 assists.
And this is definitely another game where Charles Zabel has to step up. His team is low on numbers tonight. He's the only goalie dressed. So it'll be interesting for him because they're on away ice, and they have about 10 skaters, if I can count correctly. And that is quite a challenge when you're playing a fast-paced team like Prep. You're going to be up and down that ice. These players are going to be sore tomorrow. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also, this is a game where this is one of the biggest favorite versus underdog games you can find. And I was talking about this with you earlier. It's not about who's better in talent. It's about who comes more prepared. And Prep has been caught lacking before. They tied St. Viator's second team when on a good day they could hang with their first varsity team. So if you can catch them on a bad night and give it all you got, I think GBS has a chance.
Yeah, but like you said, Luke, it's going to be definitely tough for GBS tonight because of them having only about maybe 10 skaters tonight. I mean, Prep looks like they have most of their roster suited up, but still, it should be a fun game.
Yeah, this will be interesting to say the least. I mean, you even look at the statistics. I mean, record-wise, Prep's 19-0-2, first in the league. GBS is last in record with 117-1. They've won one game against Highland Park. The rest, 18 games, they've either lost or tied. You look at goals scored, their Prep averages 3.86 goals a game, first in the league. GBS 1.26. Offense is really a lack, and when you're playing a defense like Prep, it's hard to tally even more goals. But I will say they did do a good job tallying 2 goals last time against Prep. But once again, you got to stop that shot total.
Yeah, definitely any accomplishment when you can, even score 1 goal against Prep, who's probably one of the better teams in the state. I mean, the rankings show it. I mean, I don't know the exact number, but still definitely one of the better teams, and big props to GBS for that. But yeah, like you said, Luke, definitely going to want to get the shot total down low, and just work on your defense of your GBS. I mean, you've only got a certain amount of players. Guys are going to be tired on the bench, so yeah.
And tonight's goaltender matchup for GBS, Charles Zabel, the projected starter who started almost every game for this Titan squad, will start. He's got a 4.07 goals allowed average and a .894 save percentage, just nearly reaching 900. And a surprise on the other side in between the pipes is Jason Pett. This is his first game starting in league, and he's only intervened in one other game where he was subbed in. DeLay is not even dressed tonight.
Yeah,
so it's going to be all up to Pett. We'll see how this goes. Puck drop ready to go here at Mount Prospect Ice Arena, also known as Nicholas Sportsplex. I'm Luke Jordan along here with Johnny Pelletier. Glad to be back with you for a live Prep broadcast. It starts off in the defensive zone, turned over. Beal's going to fire it and quickly looking for a goal. That would have been in record timing. Instead, Prep gets the puck back. Kosovic down the left side. Fires it. Good blocker save by Zabel. Another fire. Rebound in front. Melikranakis couldn't put it. Up the boards now. Albrecht kicks it back down. And the Titans are just going to whirl it around. No ice. Adler's going to hustle for it. Backhander in the middle, poked away by the stick of Pett.
So far, even in the early stages of this game, I mean, Prep is showing that their offense has been key so far. I mean, the puck's been basically in GBS's zone for the past couple minutes.
And it's that forecheck, too, as Rosansky made a great play there. Just couldn't finish. Another great save by Zabel already, facing 3 shots in the first minute. As Rosansky drops it back, and a whistle sounds. The net came off on the right post.
While we have a break, Luke, I mean, I just want to point out the benches right now.
Wow.
GBS has only 4 guys on their bench. They're changing out 1 defender, and they're running on 2 lines of offense. That'll definitely play a factor in today's game or tonight's game.
I'm very curious to see Coach Panos' coaching strategy. Do you keep running your first line against a team this low?
I don't know. I mean, obviously, like, Prep's got a full bench right now, but yeah, don't know yet.
Noss sends it over to Rosansky. Attempted drop pass for Dawson. They do get it back. Looking for the middle. Now GBS just going to send again. That will not go for an icing. They actually wave it off. I thought they would have whistled it down there, but instead I was wrong. Noss up the right side of the boards. Pass meant for the glass, sent back the other way. Here's Lentz, one of the leading goal scorers for the Titans. He turns over the puck there. Comes back to the Titans. Shot from the point. Rebound in front for Stevens. He's going to hold it out. And they lose it behind the net. Giordano going to restart the breakout for Prep. To Buchanan. Sends it across. And more great pressure from Prep. Forces another turnover. Both teams handing out turnovers so far.
Seems like for the most part, Prep's had an answer for anything that GBS has done, putting it when GBS puts it into their own or puts it into Prep's zone.
Here comes Prep now. Oh, just off sides is Landon Hensley.
By a little.
And that'll get a whistle. Jason Pett, by the way, only faced 12 shots in league play so far this season, and he only led in 1 of the goals, so he's got a save percentage of .917 so far. And that's continuing into now because he has not faced a shot on goal yet. Almost 3 minutes in to the first period of 3. Here's a speedy breakout from Nick Albrecht. Tried to pull a toe drag out of it, and he couldn't do so. Breakout pass intercepted. Albrecht now trying to look for the middle for Hensley. Kelly for the Titans, going to send it up the boards. Adler's got a battle for it. Squeaks out to DeCruz, but Melokranakis picks it up instead, one of the captains for Prep. Backhand pass to the middle. Couldn't be secured by the blade of Melokranakis. So a reset opportunity here for the Titans. They look across the middle. It's intercepted by Beals. Picked up by Melokranakis.
Another interception there by Prep. I mean, Prep's been, like I said earlier, having an answer for anything that GBS tries to do. Any offensive pressure that GBS has been put on.
Muffled shot from the point. Looking for the middle, and a good save by Zabel. Jumping on top of that one, his 4th save already. Scary moment there. I mean, Prep knows how to dominate that house right in front of Zabel, and he's going to have to face a lot of shots from inside.
Yeah. So far, Zabel seems to be doing pretty good with that, though.
And yeah, like you said, GBS's bench is going to play a huge tactic in this game. Shot got deflected wide from the stick of Nicholas Lambert, the leading goal scorer and leader in points. 20 goals on the season in league and 36 points, 20 goals, 16 assists. Easily an all-star selection. Those are not out yet, though, but you could basically mark it down. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when you're one of the better players on one of the better teams in the state. He's no doubt a most likely all-star selection.
And Trevor Lytle there, leader in points for the Titans, just sent it into the boards. That was almost a scary look. I thought it hit Nick Albrecht for a second, but he's back out there. Kosovic over to his partner. Almost 5 minutes into the game so far. Albrecht fumbles at it. Oh my goodness, he knocks down DeCruz while going down his trail. Noss tries to leave it for Dawson. It's taken away by DeCruz. The attempted dump in, no success, and now Kosovic hustling for it on his backhand. Tries a wraparound opportunity. Here come the Titans the other way. Odd man rush. But that odd man rush is now even quickly by the back check of Zach Dawson. And they're just going to have to dump it in and get a change. And that's a big killer for GBS. I mean, you know that quick shifts are going to have to play a big factor. So when you get an opportunity like that, you might just have to dump it in sometimes.
Absolutely, and that's definitely going to be tough tonight. I mean, you're playing against a really good team, and yeah, like you said, Luke, you got to get those quick shifts in. I mean, you're running like on two lines of offense, and you only got one D to change. So, yeah, you definitely got to be smart with those line changes.
Dawson now bobbles it loose. Stevens looking for the middle on the breakout. Still a loose puck. Lytle picks it up, sends it deep. Graziani's got to get to it before the pressure by Lentz, and he does so. Successful breakout from Prep. Noss showing off his stick handling. Up the right side, looking for that pass to the middle, but nobody was there. And that puck goes flying into the advertisements for a whistle, which I believe will be in the defensive zone of the Titans next to Zabel. I was wrong. Not sure. Must have tipped off a Prep player and I didn't catch it. Scrum right at the blue line. Picked up Adler. Adler's going to dump it deep. That is not far enough for an icing. Perfectly placed like a golf shot. Happens to not work out anyway, but it was definitely a good attempt. Shot blocker save. Rebound in front. Huge opportunity. That'll go down for an icing.
So far, 8-10 into the game, or 8-10 at the 8-10 mark of the first period. GBS has yet to get a shot on goal. Preps right now got 6, but so far about 5-ish minutes, and still not a single shot on goal by Glenbrook South.
They've had 2 reasonable opportunities, but no shots yet. Kosovic, tough angle. Good save by Zabel. Save number 7. There's number 8, if you want to count it. And that breakout pass behind. Good goal scorer, Lentz. And now Lamberg's going to come the other way. Cuts inside and a glove save.
Wonderful glove save there.
From Charles Zabel. Read him like a book there. Glove was in the right position, and he definitely took that one in perfectly.
No, it's early in the game, but looks like Zabel's having a pretty good night so far.
Yeah, but he's going to have to face a marathon.
Yeah.
At this pace, they would have 16 shots by the end of the period.
True. Yeah, and his defense might not be there exactly tonight. I mean, he's going to have to really be... He's going to really have to work tonight.
Zabel there had a great vision. Saw it all the way from the shot from Giordano. It'll be another whistle and another save added to the stat sheet already. Lamberg now up top. Kosovic. It's a little saucer. Beals picks it up. Pad save. Rebound in front. And Zabel is back on top of it as he secures it into his chest.
Zabel's already faced 11 shots on goal at about 8 minutes into the game.
Just an unfair matchup so far, but it's still zeros on the board. Beals, a nice move. He cuts inside, looking for the first goal of the game. Couldn't get it there. Now Lamberg's going to reverse it the other way, but Kelly's there. And once again, that forecheck showing. Prep's going to get it back. Beals with plenty of space, gets it low, give and go. No, up to Melikranakis, and it's stopped. Very good puck movement and a good opportunity. They couldn't finish.
Prep's time on attack right now has been...
Albrecht steps in, fires it wide.
Prep's time on attack has been just
In front for Lamberg, and he scores!
had to happen at some point. I mean, he was facing 12 shots on goal. I mean, there's nothing really more you can ask for from Zabel. I mean, it might just be that type of night.
Lamberg's 21st goal in league play. And for reference, this is his 22nd game, almost at a goal a game. And that first line, always something you need to mention going into a game against Prep. Lamberg, Beals, and Melkranakis are almost impossible to not let up a goal against. And now Lentz will take it out for the Titans, looking to answer back. Oh, boy. And that's just a slight...
That's tough.
Just a slight brain fart there. It happens.
It's tough. I mean, especially when that's going to be probably one of your few opportunities in this game. I mean, it just sucks when you waste something like that.
Yeah, you could tell the emotion on Patrick Kelly, the defender's face. He was like, oh, my goodness.
Yeah, all that work, yet nothing.
Noss now wheeling down the right side. Tries to get it by Kelly, but Kelly locks up. Rosansky picks it up for Prep. Cycle pass meant down low, intercepted. They dump it over the blue line, and Graziani is there. Sending it off the boards to Noss. Noss, a nice move to get inside on his backhand, drops it back to Dawson. Dawson fires it, and a good save by Zabel.
Smart by Zabel to freeze that puck off. He's gonna be doing that a lot tonight. He has to. I mean, his guys are gonna be tired tonight, so freeze it whenever you can.
As you saw in that replay there, Zabel, another save. 13 on the night, 13 out of 14 stopped up to this point. Giordano tipped in front, and Scaura's going to get credited the goal. And that, not many goaltenders can stop whatsoever. A great tip up in front.
Yeah.
And now Prep has a 2-0 lead, almost 10 minutes in.
Very good positioning by Prep there to get that tip. Just shot it. I don't remember who that was. Shot it from the point and gets tipped in. And now it is 2-0 Prep.
5:34 to go. Now a 2-goal cushion for the team in black. Graziani, hard pass to his partner. Giordano now, who hypothetically gets the assist there.
Yeah.
On that goal, as he was the one who fired the shot, but Scaura is the one who did the magic.
Almost 10 minutes into the game, not even 10 minutes in, but just about there. 16 shots on goal Zabel has faced. Yet GBS has not had a shot on goal.
Here's Lentz with an opportunity, and he just loses it right inside the slot. Huge opportunity for Grant Lentz. Now Hensley the other way, and a good pad save by Zabel. Behind the net now, a little bit of a trip. They do call it.
They will call that.
A little bit of a delayed call, but Trevor Lytle gets tripped behind the net. And now Prep will have to serve the time.
All right, let's see what GBS can do here. I mean, they're gonna have to take advantage of these sort of opportunities. Puck will be dropped in Prep zone. I mean, who knows? This might spark something.
Huge opportunity to charge some momentum into this team. Tubakanik loses it at the blue line. Now Albrick in a one-on-one battle there. Now Kosovic trying to get rid of it. Tubakanik makes a great play to keep it going.
Like
and a drop pass there doesn't work out. Now it's 2-on-1. Short-handed Lamberg back across. Beals on this backhand scores. Wow.
Yeah, seemed like Prep had very little trouble getting that out of their zone. Yeah, that hurts for GBS. Give up a shorthanded goal like that. But yeah, 3-0 right now.
Beals already led in shorthanded goals on the season for the team. That's his third shorthanded goal. of league play now. GBS as an entire team on the season has 1 shorthanded. Beals by himself has 3, and that just shows how much of a hustle player Will Beals is. Coffee. You could call it a pump fake. DeCruz now walking in, fires it, and I think that tipped off the glove of Pet.
Yeah, it did.
And that will be his first save of the game.
Yeah, well.
And that was a good shot opportunity. I like that look from GBS.
Absolutely. Try and replicate that same thing.
Now Noss. Nice move to avoid his defender. Gets to his forehand. Good save. No rebounder in front. Now Melkranakis is there. This one is sprawling all over the place, and so is Zabel. But no goal.
GBS defenders did a good job of covering up the net. I mean,
hold on. Noss! No good. Anyway, continue.
Basically an empty net there if it weren't for the GBS defenders there. So, props to them.
Pet makes a glove save and lets it play.
It's their second shot on the game.
Hand pass on the call. On GBS. 21 shots.
Yeah, that's quite a lot for not even finishing up the first period.
Yeah, that's a bit crazy.
Yeah. Well, the fact that it's 21-2, that's large of a margin.
Oh, goodness. Some of the guys on the prep bench almost got a cup check, but that one stays in play. And look at that forecheck. Rosansky. Great forecheck. GBS just has to get rid of it. That one's not going to be an icing, though.
Not quite long enough.
Lytle picked it up, but not for long. And back coming the other way. Here comes Brep. Rosansky fakes a clapper and tries to avoid his defender. And Kelly's been playing some very good defense so far. Hensley backhander to the middle, taken away by Kelly. Back in front. Rosansky was trying to spin around and make a shot opportunity out of it, but he couldn't. GBS will just dump it in and get a change. Jester leading on the forecheck there. It works. DeCruz will just dump it in. And now plenty of time for Prep to get something cooking. But instead, this one goes all the way down beyond Hensley's stick for an icing.
Almost done with the first, and it is 21-2 shots on goal still. Got about 2 minutes left in the period.
Talking about that shorthanded goal from Beals, that now moves Prep to 6 shorthanded goals on the season. Moves them up to second in the league. They were tied for third originally. Not so much longer. DeCruz an opportunity. He lost an edge there. It's very hard to stay on an edge there unless you've been figure skating your whole life.
Almost such a good opportunity there by GBS.
Yeah. They're definitely creating opportunities. I like the way they're playing so far. It's just Prep is just, they got more numbers, and that's just really the difference maker so far. Here's Scaura looking for his second goal of the game. Instead felt generous. This one's dumped back in. To the left is Zabel. GBS picks it up. Lytle gonna hold back. Takes a stumble. He stays in the battle, and GBS maintains the puck. But not for long. Precos. Over to Kelly. Patrick Kelly just gonna dump it in deep, and that is behind the red line, so therefore it will be an icing. 50.8 seconds. Melkranakis wins the draw, right back to Lamberg. Lamberg a toe drag, no good. Rebound in front, and they somehow did not find the back of the net there. Great sequence by Prep and Zabel on both parts. Beals across, Lamberg another save, or sorry, Zabel. Excuse me, Lamberg another shot. What's going on with me today? Finals week really burned me.
Yeah. Well, you're lucky, Luke. You don't got any finals tomorrow. I actually have 2.
Yeah, the 3 today is why I'm saying Nick Lamberg's a goalie. That's the issue. This will actually be the last IHSHL Varsity Champions game until January 4th, where it's Glenbrook South back in play against Kings. So it'll be a while. Beals across wide open net, roofs it over the pad of Zabel for a 4-0 lead. Beals his second goal of the game.
Yeah, nothing really too much to say about that. It's just good job by Prep. I mean, I don't want to sound like a broken record. It's just good job by Prep. I mean, that's all it's been so far tonight.
Beals and Prep really taking the statement of act like you've been there.
Oh, yeah.
To the max. I mean, they know they scored. They know they got a big lead, and they just kind of skated it off. It's not like they're going to go crazy.
Oh.
Here's Lamberg. One-on-one with Kelly. Gets by him. Rebound in front, and they couldn't finish it. Beals takes a hard stumble onto the boards, but he appears to be okay as he talks to some of the fans now and heads his way back over the bench. End of the first period. And I hate to put you on the spot here, but what did you think overall of Prep's first period, other than it was good?
I mean, it was good. No, but like, it was, I mean, great movement by Prep. I mean, they moved the puck well. Whenever GBS tried to start something up, Prep's always had an answer. It's just good defense, good offense all around. It's just there's nothing really too much to fix.
Yeah, and GBS, I mean, if I'm in the huddle right now, I'm the coach. You say, you got to keep going your hardest. I don't care about the score. This is a game to learn from.
Yeah.
You get better from playing good teams like Prep. So hopefully they keep going full effort and maybe make it a little bit interesting. You never know.
Exactly. I mean, that'd be great to see. I mean, it's always going to be tough when you only got, you got 4 guys on your bench.
I did bring this up last broadcast I did, but, I mean, it repeats itself. When my team played Prep, we got a couple lucky bounces, and we found ourselves up 3-1 at the end of the second. We're probably pretty equivalent to this team that they're playing right now. So you never know. We did lose that game 4-3, but we made things close, you know?
That's true, but also, Luke, like you said earlier in the broadcast, you said that Prep does have those days where they do kind of not look as good, but I mean, they don't exactly look like themselves, but even when they don't look like themselves, they're still a pretty solid hockey team.
Yeah, they're looking to win the league for the second time in a row. They beat BGHW in the championship last year. And there's some different contenders up for grabs in the league this year. It'll be very interesting, but Prep has some tougher candidates this year with Deerfield and Libertyville, Vernon Hills. It'll be interesting to see who they end up playing in the championship. As we begin the second slate of 3. Hand raised. It looks like they might have a hooking call on the Titans. So Prep just going to play it out. They look for goal number 5. Noss couldn't put it. And now picked up by the stick of Tubi Kinnick.
It's one thing you got to be very careful about tonight for DBS. You already got only 4 guys on the bench, so your discipline's got to be like up there tonight. You got to have great discipline tonight. You just got to be real careful about your stick tonight, and yeah.
Yeah, tell me about it. Prep, the 3rd best power play in the league with 16 power play goals in the 21 games they played. The only team that truly stands ahead of them is Ice Cats, Libertyville, Vernon Hills. They have a ton of power play goals. I don't know what they're running over there, but they have ridiculous numbers if you look it up. Beals now with that power play line. Very dominant 5 out there. Beals starts to walk his way in, drops it off for Mel Kranakis. Albrecht gonna take one, and a great block by Lytle. Hand might hurt a little bit as he heads to the bench, but he makes a very key block there. Now here comes Prep. Take number 2 on entering the offensive zone. Drop pass for Beals. This one is tipped off to Bikonek on the shot attempt. Now Kosovic. Over to Coffey. Coffey tipped and finds its way into the back of the net. And once that puck gets tipped, it's hard to know where it's going. And Zabel's been through that a couple of times now tonight.
It looked a lot like that third goal tonight by Prep, where it just shoots another shot from the point, gets tipped again, and ends up with another Prep goal. It's 28 shots right now for Prep. It's still only 2.
Yeah, this is crazy.
PBS.
Here's Prep now. Tisuchia. Battling for it below the net. Hensley picks it up. He wants to score as well, but sticked away by Zabella on a solid save there. Tisuchia loses track of it and gets it back, hands it up to Coffey. Coffey shot blocked by DeCruz. Back to the middle. Tisuchia almost had an opportunity to put it in the back of the net. Now he has another one. Gives it down low. Hensley looking for the middle. Lost behind the net from the shin guard of Precos, and not sure exactly what happened there.
I don't know if he's calling hand pass, maybe.
Hensley had his hands up. I'm guessing it had to do with him.
Possibly. I don't know.
Neutral zone face-off. Prep victorious, but not really, as they send it all the way back into their zone. And a very good forecheck here by Lentz. Lentz now turns around, looks for the middle, and nobody was there. So now Rosansky gonna give it over to Albrecht. Here's Albrecht. Or excuse me, Dawson. Scratch that. Noss inside. Good play by GBS. Pet's actually gonna play this.
Might as well. Scores 5-0. Yeah, it's the second period, but so far the puck hasn't even really been in Prep zone. So
Noss now hits the brakes. Down low to Dawson. Good defense in the corner. Up top, Albrecht fires it, blockered away. Rebound, Dawson looking for the middle, and right into the chest. Zabel makes the save as the puck hits the logo of his jersey. Great cover up.
Yeah, both so far let in 5 goals on 31 shots. Still in the early stages of the second period. And it is 31-2 right now, Prep in the shots on goal department.
DeCruz tries to use the boards on the breakout. Across the ice it goes. Adler's just going to dump it deep. This puck squeaks out to the middle. Melchernakis picks it up. Here he goes. Coast to coast, maybe. Down the right. He wants it, and it's not going to go for him. Drop pass to Beals. Nice move across to Lamberg. And those two look like Jordan and Pippen today.
Great puck movement right there. I mean, great puck movement. Barrier for Prep, 6-0 right now, with 10:53 remaining in the second period.
Kelly gives it across with a little bit of help from the official. To Zuchia, breakout pass. Here's Hensley now. Just gonna put it in deep. Jester's got to hustle. It's Gower, a great forecheck. And now Prep possesses. Forecheck playing a big difference so far in this game. Scramble for it. Coffee gets it. Walks down. That shot stays on the ice. And will be frozen by Zabel.
Like I said earlier in the broadcast, Zabel's just going to have to keep freezing pucks. I mean, looks like they're working with, right now, 3 guys. Well, now there's 4 guys on the GBS bench.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you're just going to have to freeze the puck whenever you can. Get a stoppage and play. I mean, GBS players are going to be very tired tonight.
Everybody wants to score tonight on Prep.
Yeah.
Hensley now showing off his wheels. He gets it back in front. That did not go. I had no idea where that went.
Yeah, that's...
And Zabel prays on top of that one for a whistle.
Cover up with all that Prep pressure on near the goal crease.
.9:34 to go. Graziani rings it around. Noss now in a corner battle. Wins it, hits the brakes. To the middle, Dawson. Good save, Zabel on top of that one for save number 29. It is the second period. Noss. That one sent to outer space by the stick of Edward Precos. Yeah, 35 shots for Prep. That one's in play instead of outer space. Travels its way back into the defensive zone of Prep. And an effortless breakout. Here comes Noss. Looks for Dawson down low. Pass to the middle. Almost sticked into the own net of Zabel. Graziani now. Dawson picks up the loose change. Got some time. And a good save by Zabel. Standing in front of that one confidently. To Buchanan. A little bit of a muffled pass, but it's picked up by Captain Trevor Lytle. Lytle with speed. Gets on his backhand looking for the first goal, and Pet's on top of it. Good attempt, though, nonetheless. Got to give credit there, as it is not easy to display speed like that this late into a game where you only have 9 players in total. Giordano fires, and a good save by Zabel. Believe he got his blocker on that target. This time his glove for the whistle. Shot update, 36-3 Prep. It's actually looking more lopsided than last time these two teams met, where it was 52-11.
And I believe that Prep has only allowed 1 shot on goal this period so far. And last game it was the same thing, 1 shot in the second.
Yep.
So looks like they're keeping that trend going, but there's still 7:30 left in the period, so who knows.
Albrecht looks across, Coffee. Easy glove save, but he flashes a little bit of the leather. Another stoppage of play. This game moving slower than typical, considering the amount of times that Zabel's had to freeze the puck. I'm surprised they're actually not running the clock. Maybe that's third period?
I don't even know for sure. Do they do that at the high school level, Luke? I mean,
They do. I believe
and
it's third period.
It's 6 goals, just like NWHL and whatnot?
It's 5 for high school.
5 for high school?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. Yeah, I think it's probably the third period that they do that, so. Yeah, they definitely be doing it now.
Face off to the right of goaltender Jason Pett. Face off won by Lytle. He smacks it to the other side. Malkranakis picks it up. Hard pass to Beals. Malkranakis hustling to the net. Instead, they drop it back to Lamberg. Lamberg with plenty of time, and he just misses wide. I believe that would have been the hat trick. If not, he already has one.
Yeah, I mean.
He's got 2, I believe. Albrecht creates a ton of snow on that stop, reversing it the other way. Still going. Now Lytle just trying to get rid of it. Coffey puts it in deep. Picked up back. Deep pass intended for Stevens. No icing on the play, so Pett's got to get rid of it. He does so. Look at this pass. Lamberg on a breakaway. One-on-one with Zabel. Forehand, backhand, and a good save by Charles Zabel.
Great save there by Zabel. I mean.
Steak dinner.
With the breakaway, basically a shootout there, and Zabel did a good job of saving it. And covering it up, too.
Up in front. Tsuchiya couldn't put it just wide left. Pett's going to play the icing, and they still whistle it. I think Pett was actually more out there just to give it to the ref after they did whistle it down.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Wow, almost another goal there by Prep. Graziani took a shot from the, took a little snapshot from the point, and looks like about 2 or 3 Prep players tried to get the rebound.
That one potentially a high stick, but they let it go.
Good, another tip in if that went in.
Up in front, Horcher looking for the goal. He couldn't. And great defense on Adler. Prep displays. Precos gives it across to Lytle. Lytle now one-on-one with Giordano. Shot deflected wide off the padding of Giordano, but another good opportunity is you could tell why Trevor Lytle leads this team in points. He creates some very good opportunities. Also wearing the C on his jersey. Scoura. Across to Horcher. Horcher now. Patrick Kelly, pretty locked down today. Easily one of the best defenders on the ice so far tonight. I'm trying to look at this live game feed.
.450 left in the second period. Shots on goal are 39-4 Prep right now.
So Will Beals has a hat trick.
Already.
And Lamberg with 2. Scoura with 1, and that adds up to 6. I can't believe I thought Beals had 2.
Yeah, well, let's see that.
Well, congrats to Beals on the hat trick.
Yeah.
That is the second hat trick on the Prep season. Lamberg had the only one up to this point, but now Beals will get to add himself up there. Matt Malkranakis also a hat trick in assists so far, with 3.
Who knows? We might see another one.
Yeah, that first line is doing first line things, to say the least.
Yeah.
Will Beals has 3 goals and 2 assists right now. And Prep has 40 shots.
That's what I say. Shots have officially reached 40 shots on goal.
That's crazy. Noss gets by the defenders. Did he just go in between the legs?
I think he might have. All right, let's look at the replay.
Oh, yeah, he did, and he
Yep.
got it, too. Flashy goal from Ryan Noss, and it's 7-0.
Make that 41 shots on goal now, Luke.
looking at all the, I feel like we picked on GBS too much for the bad things they've done tonight. I will say something good that they've been doing all season is discipline. I cannot express how incredibly. Oh, hold on. Loose in front. Isabel going to cover it and finally let me speak. Thank you, Charles. Anyway, I was saying it is ridiculously hard to have a team be at the top of fewest penalty minutes when you're losing 17 out of your 19 games.
Oh, yeah.
I will give GBS coaching and the players that. I mean, that is incredible. That is so hard to do.
Oh, totally, especially at this level.
Discipline, they've been very good with discipline. And they only have one penalty this game, and it wasn't really an intended one. He just got caught in the stick, so. Beals now back across. Melkonak is his first goal of the night after assisting on 3. He gets a Gino as well.
Well.
And they just have no mercy tonight.
No, it's we aren't even through 2 periods, and it is 8-0 right now. Yeah, there's nothing really to say about that, but it's just a Prep's a good hockey team. I mean,
Stevens now wants to score.
Oh, wow.
That one just tipped wide.
Another one of the many defensive stops tonight by Prep.
Yeah, I mean they've created like I said, they've created good opportunities, but Prep has just been all over those.
They're always having an answer.
Lytle sends it back in deep. Lentz there, and that one tips into the netting. Grant Lentz, 6 goals, 3 assists, and 9 points. Very solid goal scorer on this team. One of the players I love to watch. Rebound in front!
Finally.
And the Titans score!
A Glenbrook South goal.
And they ruined Pet's chances of a shutout. Stevens on the rebound. And yet they have 9 skaters. They have a goal.
You'd hope they might have done that at some point tonight. Not gonna lie, I think came a little bit earlier than I expected, but hey, goal's a goal, 7-1 right now.
Benjamin Stevens, his 2nd goal of league play so far this season. And it gives the Titans some happiness.
Sorry, it's 8-1, not 7-1.
Yep, they're just not updating the scoreboard. Now they did.
I keep looking back at the actual Mount Prospect Ice Arena scoreboard.
Rosansky slides it across to Noss. 2-on-2 now entering the zone. They're just going to fire it right at Zabel, and Zabel just does the job of scooping it up. 2:22 left in the second. One-timer, Dawson scores!
Very smart of Prep on the board, just to shoot it out to the middle. Got the who was that? Got the one-timer.
Zachary Dawson.
Dawson is just there, good positioning. Nobody really on him. Got the one-timer, shot it, scored.
Dawson, his 3rd goal of league play, adding on to 8 points with 5 assists. And it's now 9-1. 44 shots for Prep. No mercy being shown. They're still playing their game and still playing this as if it was 0-0. As we are just nearing 100 seconds to go in the second period. Tsuchiya handles it. Pass across for Graziani. Rough pass, and that'll be sent all the way down. Pet plays it and lets the time run. Oh yeah, I'm curious if they're gonna do an ice cut. I don't think they will, but
What's the
who
point in
knows?
doing it right now?
Yeah.
I mean, it's 9:54 right now, and it is 8-1. There's
Yeah.
really no point in doing it. But you never know. I mean, I don't see the Zamboni driver near the exit. I mean, we don't really have the best look, but still.
Dawson and Lytle at the dot. I couldn't really tell you who won that one,
No,
but
that
Prep picks it up.
puck just kind of flew up in the air.
Stevens good on the forecheck, causes a turnover. Dawson now surveying, slides it over to Scoura. Good defense in the corner by Jester. Comes up to Dawson. 35 seconds to go, looking for the middle for Rosansky. But Stevens, the only goal scorer for the Titans, picks it up. Pass behind Lytle. Lytle still going. And now picked up by Noss in the defensive zone for Prep. Noss looking to take it all the way. Good defense there by the Titans. They'll dump it in deep. Adler's hustling in on the forecheck. Dawson just going to send it away. Scoura down the left side. Goes inside and back out. And Kelly just playing his traditional defense to make this stop. And the buzzer sounds for 2 periods. Does not look like they will be doing an ice cut. And I don't mind that because I'm a little bit tired. I will not lie to you, Johnny.
Yeah, no, there's nothing. Smart. There's no real point in doing it. I mean, it's almost 10 o'clock here, and yeah, they're not going to be doing it.
Well, those of you witnessing, you're definitely witnessing a different type of game from some of the last broadcasts we've done.
Very curious to see how Glenbrook South's going to be playing. I mean, they're just going to be playing. I mean, all they got to do is just keep fighting. And as for Prep, it's just, I mean, play their game. I mean, Prep really, like, yeah, Glenbrook South's not quite as good of a team as Prep is, but yeah, I mean, Prep still really, they can't really lift their foot off the pedal, if you know what I mean. I mean, it's still, it's another hockey team. I mean, you just, yeah.
Yeah. The Predators currently lead the Blackhawks 4-2 with
That's
1:40 left to go in the third period.
It is so tough to watch the Hawks right now.
It won't be when we hopefully get Connor Bedard.
Let's hope. That's the goal. I was watching Connor Bedard today. Watching the Canada versus, I believe, Czech Republic game today. Before this game, Bedard's he's just so fast. He is so fast. I mean,
I was
it's crazy.
watching USA versus Sweden.
Yeah, USA won 5-1, I believe.
Lytle looks across. It's picked up by Noss. Yeah, I saw the breakdown they did on Bedard, and I was like, all right, this guy's a cheat code. Like, this is not fair. Looking for the middle, Dawson. Got a little bit of a touch on it, but it's not enough to get by Zabel as he just covers it for a whistle, and now the clock is starting to run, so it is a third period roll where they start the running clock.
Yeah. Not that it even really matters anymore.
So no matter the fashion, unless an injury timeout, I believe, this or a timeout in general, this clock will just burn and burn and burn, making our time with you guys shorter, unfortunate as it is. Prep is actually practicing.
I think they just got off the ice.
Oh.
Because I saw like those
I
colored
was about to
jerseys
say, I don't think
in
you
the
can
other rink
practice that
behind
way.
us. I mean, that would have been kind of crazy. A
Yeah.
10 o'clock practice, that's usually some men's league.
I mean, people know practices are late, but not that late.
And then not usually ending at 10 o'clock, not starting.
Latest it'll end as like 10:20.
10:20, yeah.
Hensley. Picked up by the Titans. Here comes the Cruz. Showing off his World Cup touches. But it's taken away. He picks it back up. To Mechanic now. Adler, oh my.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever seen a launch angle that high.
Yeah, no, it went off the stick to the ceiling. Off the ceiling, deflected off the top of the scoreboard. And, yeah, that's certainly different. The ceilings are pretty low here at Mount Prospect Ice Arena.
Shot blocked by Horcher. He's hustling to it. And once again, Prep is just not stopping the hustle. Great work by them. And down low. I thought that went in for a second.
Yeah, I know. It looked like it from our angle.
Back to the middle. Precos just smacks away. Adler sends it in. This tips right to the stick of Pett. Lytle stops the breakout attempt. Nobody applying a forecheck. And once again, pretty simple breakout for Prep. Here comes Hensley now. Down the middle. Picked up by Horcher. Back down to Hensley. Up top intended for Dawson, but Lytle's on top of it. And they're just going to ricochet it in off the glass. They get it back. Lytle tried to catch it with his hand.
Lost the stick, though, while he was doing that.
Here comes Dawson. Protecting the puck as he skates around the net. Up to the point. Coffee. That one is wide. They send it back low to maybe get a cycle going. Rosansky now. He getting the cycle. He's going to cut inside instead. Find some space, and he just fires it wide.
Quick update. The Blackhawks game has ended, and the final is still 4-2.
Over to Rosansky. He misses again. A beautiful pass by Dawson. Rosansky made that cut to the net look so simple. Now Stevens has an opportunity for the Titans. He's going to take it around the net here, and he just lost it as it's rang up the boards, and now Prep gets to take it out again. Stevens makes a good play, though, to keep it a 50-50 puck, and GBS wins it, and they lose it in the same amount of time. To Mechanic playing shinny hockey, sends it across the ice. And now everybody's just fighting for the puck, but DeCruz and the Titans get it. DeCruz looking across, and good defense there.
Looked like another opportunity for maybe another goal. Maybe could have made it a 9-2 game, but
Tasuchia looks across, tipped away. Good play on the defensive side of things. Prep not giving up, though. Horcher now enters the slot, and a good save. Still loose in front, but they do whistle it down.
It looked like it was covered up for a second, but
it did.
Lost it towards the end.
You can tell there, it looks like he has it, but it eventually squeaks out. He doesn't get his glove on it. It's just in front of the glove.
Yeah.
But from that angle, the ref can't notice that, especially when there's players falling on top of Zabel. So
yeah, it's tough.
It happens. It's not a. It's look. I mean, you can call it a bad call, but that is so hard to try to get.
I mean, you can't even. It's just whatever, you know.
Horcher looking for Tasuchia. Hensley fired it, but they did not get that one either. Hensley, eyes on the middle, but the pass didn't go. Now Lentz looking for goal number 7 on the season. Looks for the middle, and Lytle almost had the putback opportunity. Tasuchia handling. Pass intended for Horcher. Horcher does get it, but not in the timely manner that they would have expected. Simple save for Zabel. Kelly just going to send it 200 feet down. Pet's going to play it.
Shots on goal total so far, 48-7. Prep right now. Prep is
Dawson, a beautiful pass.
more than 40 shots. Job by Prep there to save an offsides call.
Delayed offsides, now clears up, and Dawson's in to take it away.
Oh, great job there by GBS. Job by covering that man up.
Dylan Adler just gonna dump it in deep. Jacob Rosanski's opportunities immediately sticked away. Here comes Stevens. With two mechanic to his left, he just couldn't hold on to the puck, and that's one of the downfalls of not having an ice cut. This ice is starting to get a little bit chippy. Here's Rosanski. Another good save, Zabel, as Prep is one shot away from hitting the grand 50 shots on goal. Goodness.
Yeah, and I mean GBS has been playing. I don't want to say well, but I mean they've been playing not horrible for only having 4 guys having the talent they have and playing against a team like Prep. I mean they've just held in there all night, and they've just kind of kept that same effort. So
yeah, they've definitely adapted. They're not doing a bad job.
And like you said earlier, Luke, this is definitely going to be a learning experience for GBS. This is
Yep.
a great learning experience for them. Playing against a team like this, you can only get better from this.
Nos catches that. That one's sent all the way down. If you talk about best puck handler on this team, he's not flashy in points, but Ryan Noss he has like Patrick Kane moments of handling sometimes. It's incredible. I'm watching him through a couple games now this season. He always has some crazy possessions where he's just like handling through the entire defense. To Mechanic. Shot would have been wide, but Pet wants to get credit as save. That shot attempt, I believe, was tipped wide. And Prep's defense just closing in on all cylinders. Hensley takes a stumble, and he's not happy about that offside call, but I think he forgot what the score was. Hey, but having that competitive fire is no problem on a team that wants to win it all.
At this point, it's just probably going to just be trying to kill time. I mean, 5:13 right now left in the game.
Like I said earlier, GBS is doing a great job handling this deficit. Most teams would go out and just start hitting for the heck of it, but they're not doing that, and I give them a lot of credit. Beals now, he's just going to turn around.
Yeah,
Maybe he's looking to get the Pointman some goals. I think that's exactly what he's trying to do. Some nice moves. Looking for open options, finds Albrecht up top.
Oh.
Albrecht takes strike one. Melkranakis picks up the slack. Looking for the middle. And now Kelly going to use the boards. Attempted pass for Dylan Adler. Albrecht playing some elite soccer, but Adler still picks it up. Dumped in to Mechanic. Got to hustle to it. Kosovic, great play. The defender looking like he's an all-time forward out there. Lamberg, a nice move by Kelly. Not many players have gotten by him tonight. Good pass down low. Beals walking his way in. Good blocker save. Lamberg back to the middle. Taken away by Lytle. Swipes it away and sends it deep. 3:50 to go and counting. Looking to the middle. And now Melkranakis down the left side. Drops it. Melkranakis, oh my,
Wow.
It's not in the nets. Huge opportunity from Prep.
just barely. I mean, it was just,
And you can see there just a tough angle.
I was centimeters from crossing the goal line.
"50 shots. They've done it.
Yeah, 57.
And a quick disclaimer for those of you. Oh my, Rosansky. Excuse me. For those of you watching, this is not GBS's first team. This is their second team. So don't leave this broadcast thinking, oh, these guys are terrible. I mean, look, this is a team. I was talking to one of their people earlier today on text, and they said, like, this team is like the varsity 2, and they're just getting used to the varsity level. So it's not easy to adapt so quickly, as most of these guys appear to be younger. So, like you said, it's a learning lesson, and this is a big lesson that you're just going to have to sit through and take it.
Yeah, they look like they're probably mostly sophomores and juniors. I mean,
but they're hustling, dude.
Yeah,
I have to give them credit. They have stayed out of the box, and they're still giving it their all, and I have a lot of respect for that. Because I know if this was in my league, Varsity Gold, it would people would just start hitting each other just to make highlights out of it. But I don't even think GBS has peaked over 5 hits all game. Like, they have not really played the body.
No, they really haven't. I mean, they've been mostly working on more of a sort of strategical, but that's not the right word. More of just a skill base. They're not trying to go for the big hits or anything.
Shot number 51 there. So now Zabel has stopped 42 out of 51.
Less than 90 seconds left.
Yeah, that's a B on a math test.
Huh?
I'll take that any day. 42 out of 51.
Yeah. That wouldn't be too bad.
Hope I got that on my math final today.
You had yours today too? Oh.
Yep. Advanced trig, baby. Love it.
Doesn't sound fun.
Defensive pair playing tennis below the net as now they break it out to Hensley. Hensley's looking for a goal. Giordano, good tip by Hensley and a good save by Zabel. Stevens shoots it at his own goaltender and it results in a goal.
They've hit 10 goals with 30 seconds left. And I don't even know if they're even going to be playing anymore. I mean, it's just...
That will probably do it. That appears to be the case.
That's it. That'll do it here.
And that's the cherry on top as both teams go and get their goalie. The Titans did what they could amidst facing the very tough obstacles in front of them. And they go down in this one 10-1. It didn't feel like a 10-1 game. I will give them that. And now they have to look forward to their next matchup against Kings on January 4th, opening back up Varsity Champions League after this long and awaited winter break for some players and students as they now enter the line. What did you think of this game overall, Johnny?
Just major props to Glenbrook South. I mean, they just, like you said, they still stayed disciplined the whole game. They did what they could with the talents they have and the experience, plus only having 9 guys on the ice, playing against one of the better teams in the States who had pretty much their whole team. So, yeah, it was 10-1, the final score, but UBS played pretty well for, what they could have done.
So that'll do it here at Nicholas Sportsplex, Mount Prospect Ice Arena. I don't know what to call it. What do you call it, Johnny?
I just call it Prospect Ice Arena or Mount Prospect Ice
that's
Arena.
I
know the official name is Nicholas Sportsplex, but I don't know.
So anyway, have a good rest of your night. Thank you so much for tuning into this broadcast with me, Johnny, Russell, and Danny. Have yourselves a good night, and we will not see you for a while, so have a good winter break. This has been Luke Jordan, along with Johnny Pelletier. Thank you for tuning into this broadcast.